Hi, this is Emma from Twin Flame Infinity, aka Angel Rose. So in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about awakening and what to expect. Because as you may be aware, well, those of you further along your path will be aware, we are going through a mass awakening. And people are starting to wake up now with what's been going on. To their own awakening really, and the fact that there is other things out there and there's truth, especially with what's going on with this virus. It's caused a lot of people to awaken that really weren't aware of anything beforehand. So there are different reasons why we awaken. Obviously it can be major events like this. It could be your own individual kind of trauma that you've gone through. With me, it was learning about narcissists, because that was predominantly what I'd experienced throughout most of my life, and then learning that I was an empath. I always knew I was different, I just didn't know the label for it. So that kind of triggered my full awakening. I have already posted a video about what I experienced growing up and how we have like we're unconsciously aware, but then we have like a conscious awakening, so we consciously become aware of it. I think it's more like our human side wakes up to it really, because our soul and our higher self are always connected. So we are going through an awakening. If you're starting to realise things, you're kind of a bit in disbelief about what's going on, you might be feeling a bit unsettled, that is the beginning of your awakening. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, and the sooner you change your perspective to that, it will make things a lot easier. You want to learn to kind of go with the flow and try not to resist what's happening, because that causes blocks, it causes things to run less smoothly. It just makes the whole process a lot harder really. Ultimately what the aim of awakening is awakening to who you are, realising who you really are on a soul level and the reason why you're here. And we all have each individual reasons why we're here and jobs to do as light workers. But a lot of it is specific to us. The main aim is about waking up the rest of humanity and bringing them into the light, and being able to heal from their traumas. But you will have your own way of doing that. Like some people will focus on law of attraction and teaching you how to live the life you want and manifest the things you do want, instead of manifesting the fears and the things you don't want. Some people like me, I do law of attraction as well, but my main role is I'm a healer, so I heal people from their traumas. So I've experienced a lot of the kind of mental traumas that we can go through. So I heal mental trauma like depression, anxiety, PTSD or CPTSD, that kind of thing. I can relate because I've been through a lot of the traumas that cause this kind of mental trauma, like narcissistic abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, and sexual abuse. So I kind of use my experience of what I've been through to relate, to help you to kind of get through it like how I have, and also to teach you the tools of how you can do that as well, the spiritual tools. And I do energy clearings, so when we heal these traumas, it leaves like a dense energy behind, and that also needs to clear away. When we do that, our chakras will activate and align properly, and it stops things like cycles repeating in our life because the energy is still there from it. And it makes you just feel a lot lighter in your body, a lot a lot clearer. You have a lot more clarity in your mental thinking. All those thoughts that are racing around, they all dissipate. So that's kind of my main role. But as I say, I do law of attraction as well. Some people, that's their main focus. And there's lots of other things. And as you become more, as you get further along your path, you'll kind of realize what your passion is, that you want to do for humanity and for the people that you deal with. And it's all about what makes you happy. That's what this is all about. It's about fun, joy, happiness, and that's the ultimate goal. So by facing our traumas and dealing with them and finally letting them go instead of bottling them up, that is the end result. And we all have the ability to live in that, and it is possible. I can vouch for that because that's where I am now. We still go through things sometimes, but we know how to handle them, and they don't become as they don't affect us as much as how they used to. We learn not to cling on to things, how to get through them. But that's kind of what we'd call the testing point, to make sure that you have got to that point and you are ready and you are awakened. So the traumas aren't as big, certainly, as what we've gone through before our awakening, and especially in childhood. So a lot of the things we're taught is about not being selfish. This is actually mostly backwards. Yes, we don't want to be selfish. It's not all about me, me, me. But there is a fine line, and we need to learn what that is, because sometimes it is really important to be selfish. Selfish in the sense that you need to focus on you need to protect your energy, you need to fill up your cup with love, you need to feel strong to be able to help others. If you've got an empty cup, or as my friend used to say, if you can't drink from an empty well, and that's basically what it means. When you have a little selfishness, which is time for yourself, protecting yourself. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. That doesn't make you selfish. It might be labelled in that terms, especially with toxic people, but it's not selfish in that sense. It's essential. It's essential for you. We can't run. A car can't run without fuel, just like we can't run without fuel. We can't help other people, and we can't do the jobs we're supposed to do. So if you want to call it selfishness, then you can do, but it's about just making sure that you're okay and you can get through your day. When you can do that, you can then help others with theirs. You're not tired all the time, then you're not drained all the time, which can make you feel quite emotional at times, and then you're no use to anyone, not even yourself. So it's not being selfish. It is essential, as I say. So do focus on you. Get that term that's being selfish out of your mind, because it really isn't. Just do the things you need to do. Salt baths are really good for clearing our energy and kind of building our energy up so we don't feel so lethargic. That's really helpful as well, going through the ascension, because of the ups and downs. It can feel like a roller coaster at times, especially when traumas are coming up for us to release once and for all. So having those baths, time to yourself, light the candles, put a bit of lavender essential oil. It's really soothing. You can also put that on your pillow to help you sleep if you want to. Go and get massages. Book people for energy clearings. If you are having trouble facing your traumas and you're not really sure how to work through it, then book a healer you trust. If it's not me, there is other ones out there. I also do a VIP package as well, so it kind of brings you through the whole process, from healing, learning how to make law of attraction work for you in a positive way, to helping you develop your spiritual gifts and stepping into your purpose as a light worker. So you can look at that on my website. I'll drop the link below. But yeah, just keep focusing on you, what makes you happy, what makes you feel replenished. You know, maybe it's getting enough sleep at night, eating the right foods, that's really good, well balanced diet. You know, so plenty of fruit and veg. Alkaline water is a really good one. I bought a filter, it wasn't that expensive, and that's really replenishing. Water's a really good thing to start getting into. So yeah, just whatever you feel is right for you, just do it. That will really help you a lot. So I think that's really about it, what I want to say today. That's basically what's happening with this awakening. It's nothing to be scared of. It is all positive. It all is good for everyone in the end, including yourself. Life's just about to change really from here on in, and it's about to get better than you could have ever imagined. You might notice people drop away, but there'll only be people that are toxic in your life. If it's other people that aren't toxic, it just means that your vibration is rising. So you're kind of not on an even keel with those people. But all that means is once they get through what they need to get through, then their vibration will rise and match yours. And that was when you'll become brought back together again. So if that does happen, that's nothing to worry about. Sometimes we need to be alone to go within and to face the things we need to face. Meditation is also really good for releasing trauma and rising your vibration. So just try and go with the flow as much as you can. Take deep cleansing breaths every day, in for 3, out for 3. So you're breathing in love and light from the universe, and you're breathing out any negative energies and energies that don't belong to you. So I will do more videos on this, what to expect. I'll put this in its own playlist because I do have a lot of followers that are kind of further along the journey. So this video in particular won't relate so much to them. So I will put this in their own, in its own playlist and build up on that to kind of help those of you that are still just starting to awaken to this in the process and learning about stuff. It kind of help you through the process as we go along. So I'll leave that there for today. I hope everyone's well. Please do like, share and subscribe the video because it gets it circling on YouTube, and I can also build up my following and reach more people that possibly need this guidance. I'm also doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So once we hit that point, I will be giving away a free energy session, my full energy session, which is worth 155. So yeah, just keep going with it. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me. I'll put the email in the description below as well. And I'm on other platforms you can reach me on too. I'll put the handles for that in the description. So yeah, just try and stay positive as much as you can. Try not to worry about what's happening. Just use this time to focus on yourself, and just do what you need to do. Meditate as much as you can, that's really helpful, or just sit in silence. So namaste.